Today I want to give you an exercise to practice the minor 2-5 voicings that I showed you at the beginning of Turn Out the Stars. And these voicings are very much in the Bill Evans voicing style. And I'm going to give you a complete practice routine to learn these voicings and never forget them again. And you can apply these methods to any voicings that you want to learn. So this B minor 7 flat 5 to E7 flat 9 is a 2-5 in minor. The standard way to voice these chords is to play something like this. These are all 5-note voicings, and yes, we're doubling the D on both voicings. You actually don't need this D on the left hand. You can just play the roots of the chords if you'd like. But adding the D is going to help us get to the cool voicings that I showed you before. The trick is to turn the B minor 7 flat 5, which is the related 2 chord of E7, into the 5 of E7 by changing the D to a D sharp like this. Now we have a B7 flat 5 sharp 9 chord, and then use the major upper structure on the 6th of E7 like this. So we're only moving 2 notes chromatically down on the right hand. That's it. You can see this as a D minor triad to a D flat major triad. So the D flat is an upper structure of the E7, and it turns the E7 into an E7 flat 9 with a natural 13. What's cool about this way of playing the 2-5 is that you have really good voice leading. You're moving from chord to chord with very small and very few gaps, which creates really nice chromatic lines. So a good way to practice this is to add the target chord A minor. And you can do A minor 7, or A minor 6, or A minor major 7. Depending on the context, you'll find that sometimes the target is a minor 6, a minor 7, or a minor major 7. So it's good to practice all of them. Let's say I'm going to play A minor 6 as the target. I'm going to be playing a chordal voicing on my right hand, F sharp 4-7. So the entire progression on my right hand is D minor to D flat major to F sharp 4-7. When you practice voicings, it's really important to consider different perspectives. For example, if I use the top note F as my anchor, then I'm playing a minor chord in second inversion. So if the top note was a C, then the chord would be an A minor. And if it was B flat, it would be a G minor. Now, we get to the next chord by moving the 2 bottom notes chromatically down. So D minor turns into D flat major. And with a C on top, A minor turns into A flat major. Now the last chord was an F sharp 4-7, a perfect chordal with E as the top note. So we get to the E by moving chromatically down from F. If we start with a C as a top note, we play this. And if we start with B flat on top, we get this. By the way, make sure you know your basic chords starting from the top note. Minor chords with the 3rd on top, second inversion. Major chords with the 3rd on top, and chordals. Now you can practice the 3 chords in all keys. Let's say we start with E on top, we would play this. And we can play this in all keys by descending chromatically like this. This is actually really challenging because out of context, these chords sound really weird. But not only is it a great way of cleaning up your voicings, but it's also a great ear training exercise because you're hearing all of these colors and the lines that each voice creates. Now it's time to find the context for these voicings. So when we play E on top, we have to play C sharp minor, right? So what's the root for this minor 7 flat 5 chord? It's A sharp. All minor 7 flat 5 chords have the minor triad on the 3rd degree. So now you can go through all of the minor chords and play the root of the minor 7 flat 5 chord like this. Remember, the root of the minor 7 flat 5 chord is always a whole step above the bottom note of our voicing. Test yourself. Play any minor chord in second inversion and find the root for the minor 7 flat 5. And if we add a minor third on top of the root of the minor 7 flat 5 chord, we get a standard voicing. This third is actually the root of the minor chord that we're playing on the right hand. Now make it a major third. Yes, this voicing is going to sound harsh to your ears at first because now we have that 7 flat 5 sharp 9 sound. But now it's going to be really easy to play the 2-5-1 because we have all the voice leading movement in our muscle memory. So we've come full circle from a completely different perspective. It might be a good idea to recover the original perspective from the roots of the minor 7 flat 5 chord. So if you see C sharp minor 7 flat 5, you have to play an E minor in second inversion with G on top. Practice this perspective as well to make sure that you can hit the initial voicing on every minor 7 flat 5 chord that you see. The PDF is available for our members on the membership tab. You can join right here on YouTube, or if you don't want to become a member just yet, you can still get the PDF with the link provided in the description down below. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video.